Hey there gamers, it's probably Senpai here, and today I just want to talk about what we've been seeing coming from the Disney Dreamlight Valley socials. There has been some major movement. The past few days, like every post has just been an absolute banger, so there's so much to talk about. Today I saw the new roadmap, and this is extremely exciting, but there's a lot to unpack here, and if you actually follow the link and you go to their blog and read about it, there's a lot of information in there, and I found some of it to be really interesting, so I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. But we have yet to even discuss the Remembering, which is another post they recently made, revealing the title of the upcoming update. So we're going to dive into this roadmap and some little secrets you may have caught or may have missed. But first, we're going to take a look at some of their previous posts from the past couple of days. So let's start by talking about the Remembering. The official Dreamlight Valley post said, even miracles can be found in darkness with a little bit of dreamlight. Uncover some of Dreamlight Valley's best kept secrets in the Remembering. Our biggest story update yet, coming early June. All right, I'm kind of surprised we still haven't got like a date. Hopefully that's soon. I mean, early June, that starts tomorrow. So it could be anytime within the next 2 weeks. I just hope we know sooner rather than later. Now let's unpack the post and the photo here. One thing I want to point out is that Disney Dreamlight Valley stated in this post that this is their biggest story update yet. We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get into the roadmap. Personally, I'm really excited for the continuation of the storyline, and this is supposed to shine a light on what is actually behind the forgetting and the whole cycle itself. Personally, I've been really impressed with the story this far, and the devs really seem to be hyping up this next update or chapter quite a bit. So I think it's safe to say we're going to see some major additions to the storyline here. Now, one thing I want to talk about is something that had everybody buzzing, which is this treehouse right above me here. Now, many players recognize this treehouse from the introduction. This photo here was shared on my Discord server, and in the photo, you can see a bike, looks like a children's castle, and of course, a treehouse, as well as a wishing well over here, but you know, let's stay focused on the topic at hand. So you have the treehouse here. I definitely think it has something to do with our childhood and possibly how the forgetting came into existence. Yesterday, shortly after this post was made, I made a post on my YouTube channel asking players what their thoughts were concerning the treehouse. I've seen a lot of speculation and discussion where many players have thought it could have something to do with Tarzan or possibly the Lost Boys. Though if we look at their homes, it's not quite what you'd expect. I can definitely see where those ideas come from because everybody's trying to find out who the characters are going to be in this update. By the way, the roadmap reveals a lot more on that, and I can't wait to get into it. For now, let's read some of the comments on my YouTube channel and see what other people were thinking about the house. The treehouse, that is. Clementia says, okay, here's my theory. The treehouse is the Lost Boys treehouse from Peter Pan. The shadow you see in the window is our shadow, some sort of forgetting / child Lost Boys thing, and we will be able to either buy the treehouse from the premium shop or earn it as the final item in the Star Path. Personally, I'm not really convinced that the treehouse has anything to do with the Lost Boys. I believe it is our childhood treehouse. But the whole reason I made this post is because I want to hear other ideas. I also was sure to respond to Clementia here, and I said I believe the treehouse will be directly tied to the main story, and I think it has a lot to do with our past. Because of this, I don't believe it will be a Star Path or premium shop item. So, you know, they've never had something that was directly tied to the story that you had to get from a Star Path or the premium shop. So I'm not really expecting that. You know, we'll see how it plays out, but I doubt it's going to be something we'll have to pay extra for. Rebecca's comment was the most liked, and I think this is where most players are agreeing. Rebecca said, rewatch the intro, and it looks like our childhood treehouse. She also brought up that this update is called the Remembering, so we are remembering our childhood. Now, I like that touch. Jennicat here said, I was also thinking Lost Boys treehouse, but that would mean in this update we'd get Fairy Godmother, a princess, and Peter Pan, which I'm also confused about the princess wording because of the princess racing to the valley still has me convinced it's Vanellope, but wouldn't it make more sense for it to be Cinderella? I'm just confused now, unless they're releasing several new characters at once, which would be freaking awesome. So as far as this comment goes, we're going to be able to understand a lot more behind why this is confusing as soon as we look at the roadmap they posted today. We're going to get into that very soon. I'm going to take a look at a couple more of these. Melinda has another comment here that mentions the Lost Boys. Melinda says, definitely our other self in the treehouse. Maybe locked in like Fairy Godmother has been locked in the pumpkin house. What if in Act 2, we learn we were one of the Lost Boys? Once we remember our time in the valley before the forgetting, Could it be that the next storyline is how we got there in the first place? A lot of Lost Boys ideas here. You know, I think people saw the treehouse and they're just like in full-blown like Peter Pan frenzy right now. But also, we did have the like Tinkerbell hints in the past and their Skull Rock. So, you know, I think a lot of people really want to see Peter Pan characters in the game, and I think we will eventually, but I don't think this is it. I don't know though, I'm not a dev, so I can't say. As far as our character being one of the Lost Boys, the reason I'm doubting that is I'm not sure if I can embrace that theory personally. While I do find the theory really fun, I think canonically we're supposed to be ourselves. Like my avatar is Senpai, not another Disney character. Either way, a big shout out to all the community members that engaged on this post. I'm gonna be doing more posts like this, so if you want your ideas and concepts read in a video, keep an eye out for future posts. Now let's take a look at this roadmap. First, we're gonna pick apart each section of the roadmap, and then we're gonna follow the link into Disney Dreamlight Valley's blog to read their notes on the entire thing. Trust me, there is some interesting bits of detail in there. So, the first thing I noticed is that it really looks like what we were expecting to see has been broken up into two separate updates. To discuss what I mean about that, let's take a look at the old roadmap. So here we go, this is what we are expecting right here. Early summer, unveil the secrets to the forgetting. That's definitely referencing what we're calling the remembering. And the second part, a princess races into the valley. But when we look here, that is not part of the early June update. As far as a princess racing into the valley, it looks like that's going to be coming in what they're calling the summer update. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Senpai, that obviously means that the princess racing into the valley is somebody else and we're going to see them in this update. However, soon enough, we're going to read the blog and we're going to follow the link that Disney Dreamlight Valley provided, and they do indeed confirm who they were referring to in the previous roadmap was Vanellope, or at least that's how I interpreted it. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not saying no new princess will come with this update. Who knows? Who knows? It's really hard to say as far as characters go. This update certainly feels different, and I believe it's gonna kind of come out in two separate segments. Why this is happening, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know Gameloft referred to the Remembering as their biggest story update yet. So my guess is that getting everything to work properly with the Remembering and creating these new environments has been incredibly time consuming, so they've made the decision of breaking apart the update into two separate segments. That's my best guess. So let's read what it says about these two separate summer updates. The early June bit just covers what we already know: unveil the secrets of the forgetting, decorating dreams come true with touch of magic furniture, mannequins, and more. So the and more can mean anything. I'm excited to see what else we can do to further our creativity. Decorating in Dreamlight Valley is by far my favorite thing. It is one of the most beautiful life sims I've ever seen. So I'm excited and eager to get more in depth with the decorating mechanics. Now to the right of the early June here, it says summer update. A new villager races into the valley. The wording here has been changed, which I do find interesting. The previous roadmap said a new princess races into the valley, and this roadmap says a new villager races into the valley. The summer update also reads, flex your creativity with a new feature and win in-game prizes. I was just talking about how much I love being creative, so this is perfect for me. Any opportunity to flex my creativity will keep me busy and keep me immersed. It'll be fun. And last but not least, for these two updates, it looks like they might be sharing a star path. If we look at the star path down here, it runs down below both of these updates. Does this mean it's going to be a larger star path, a longer star path? Honestly, I hope so. I would love a bigger star path that we could work through. And the title of this upcoming star path is Celebrate D100 and the Wonder of Pixar. It looks like they featured a lot of the little cutouts here, which I think might have something to do with the touch of magic customization. Maybe they're going to offer some more like really cool motifs so we can have more decorative flexibility. We'll see. Now let's get into the second half of this roadmap. The only other thing mentioned after summer is September. This roadmap features the September section features a picture of Belle here with an avatar, and it states open a new realm and welcome new friends along with other surprises. Now this could mean a lot of things, things, but it does look like we're not going to see Belle in this update either. It looks like she's going to be further in the year. Again, I could be wrong about that, but once we click on the link and we go to the blog and we read more, you'll kind of see why I have that idea. Now, the star path for this one looks really fun. It says Darkness Returns to the Valley. And it's definitely like a Halloween themed star path. So I'm guessing that star path is going to run September, October. Either way, I loved the Halloween Star Path items we got last year. The Well of Souls is probably one of my favorite items of all time, so I'm really excited to see what they come up with this time. But yeah, it looks like summer and and fall are going to be amazing for the game. Now, let's talk about this little piece of information right here. This says late 2023. So since the roadmap so far covers up to September, I'm going to assume this is September and beyond. This last section states, a new chapter begins in late 2023. New characters, new frontiers, whatever that means, multiplayer, which a new royal tool, and other magical surprises. So yeah, the biggest things on that for me by far, I already expect new characters. Frontiers could mean a number of things, but multiplayer and the royal tool, those have me really interested. What could the new royal tool be? How is it going to work? How is it going to operate? Can't wait to find that out. And of course, I already mentioned multiplayer. I need it. So I'm really excited about that. I'll add all you guys as friends if I can. Maybe I can. I don't know. All right. Now, as promised, we're going to read into the fine print, aka the details associated with this roadmap. Okay, now if you want to read this information for yourself, feel free. All you have to do is go to the official Dreamlight Valley Twitter, the official Dreamlight Valley Facebook or Instagram. They're going to have this link for you. And you can follow this link and you can read all of this information, but I'm going to go over it right now because it holds some pretty interesting details. Excited? So are we. To all who have guessed that Vanellope von Schweetz was valley bound, you deserve a treat. Zooming ahead to our September update, she will be followed by the much anticipated arrival of Belle, alongside a new realm to explore and immerse yourself in. Of course, there are other surprises to look forward to. All right, pause. Now, I think this is smart for them to go ahead and reveal this now because I think they're setting expectations. Personally, I thought in this update, they're remembering because, when we go back and look at the old roadmap, it said early summer, a new princess races into the valley. They're confirming right here that Vanellope was that princess and we were wise for figuring it out. But instead of saying she's coming with the remembering update, it says she is valley bound. They also set our expectations with Belle. See, I personally thought for sure in this update that we would be seeing either Vanellope, which was my number one choice because of the wording, or Belle, because, there were hints at a voice actor being hired for Belle and other things like this. But now at this point, it's looking like in the Remembering update itself, we won't be seeing either one of them. So what does this mean? What characters can we expect? I think there's something really, really interesting going on under the scenes here. They're being really secretive with the character release. Or there are no other characters. Maybe, for the first time ever, it's just like, okay, you get one character, but you get a huge addition to the storyline. I don't know. I think there will definitely be more than one character myself, and if you watched my theory on the castle that we saw in the previous post, if it is like a reverse Dreamlight castle that we traveled to using the dark portals, then what if it had villainous realms in it? What if the reason we haven't seen other characters is because they don't want to ruin that surprise? I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that would be fun. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know if I really believe that myself at this point. It's honestly really hard to interpret, so let's just move on. Moving forward here, it says, as you've likely come to expect from our updates, these new characters will be accompanied by a wealth of new content, features, and improvements. We're particularly excited about a certain brand new feature that will come as part of our summer update. You've all gone to great lengths to share your creativity with us in the game, so we want to reward you for it. Look out for more on that very soon. Now keep in mind here, that did say summer update, which if you recall is the second part of the roadmap, not what we're about to get, which is called the Remembering. Honestly, I really want to know what that new feature could be. I'm pretty excited to find out because the devs seem pretty excited about it, and it sounds like they think we're really going to like it. Moving on, of course, there are also star paths. Since launch, you've shared your most wanted themes with us, and we think these are going to make a whole lot of you very happy. Not only will we be diving into the wonder of Pixar to shine a spotlight on even more beloved Pixar films, but this Halloween season will provide ample opportunities to get in the holiday spirit and bring some darkness to the valley. I like the sound of that. Looking ahead to late 2023, as the mystery of the forgetting and the forgotten comes full circle in the remembering, a new chapter will begin for Disney Dreamlight Valley. We aren't sharing many details quite yet, so we'll leave you to speculate. Suffice to say, we have big plans for the game through the end of the year, into 2024 and beyond. Stay tuned in the coming weeks and months as we continue to share more sneak peeks. There's never been a better time to explore the valley, and we can't wait to hear what you think about everything that lies on the horizon. And there you have it. As of right now, the only character that's really fully confirmed is Fairy Godmother. But in this last paragraph, they did state that with the remembering, a new chapter will begin for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and they don't want to share details on that. Could that be why they're setting our expectation, letting us know we're not going to see Vanellope or Belle, at least right now? And if we do get new characters, are they going to be tied in to this mysterious full circle of the forgetting, the forgotten, and the remembering? Either way, there is a lot to unpack here. So as always, I would love to hear your thoughts and theories about everything we just discussed. Now, if you found today's video helpful or entertaining or just straight up awesome, be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. It helps me a lot as a small full-time content creator. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. I couldn't possibly be more excited about what's to come for this game, and I hope you are too. I stream Disney Dreamlight Valley Monday through Saturday on my Twitch channel. So if you'd like to come by and discuss the update or play the update live with friends when it drops, just check out the link in the video description. I'll also leave a link for my Discord server where you're welcome to engage with me and the community whenever I'm not live. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck decorating your valley.